yeah, so I can what we call, so we this link I can share you. So this, if you see we have that administrative, okay, not this one. So this document, this is a complete installation full part, okay, release note, installation step, product installation, licensing, installation, DBA and a guide, and business and administrative. The business administrative generally I functional technically I follow, but this rest part is the DBA part. This document I
Okay.
can share. If you have understanding knowledge, you can try to install, but it's very complicated, and you also knowing. So
Okay.
yeah, so this link I will share. You can download the document and try to install it step by steps. If you can achieve that, well and good. Or in case if you personally required, so we can discuss later the charges and the timing and the pre-requesting things. So that can be also done with the
Okay.
help of institute. Not a problem. Okay.
So
So
Oracle
last time,
provides a version, trial version
yes.
for this software.
Yeah, yeah. This is the demo version, but this is support full things. Okay. So some of the
Okay.
things got customized. So that is the business requirement, but on a basic like customer setup and adding read, doing billing, running batches, that kind of things
Okay.
can be understand and explain. So once you log in CCNB, so you will find that home page. So generally, whatever they set as a first page, it will become as it is showing as a user page. So you can click in the control center page. Once you click the control center page, this page can be come through the button also, and can be the fixed as a first page also. Okay. In
Okay.
user preferences, and if you go in user preferences, whatever you first page you want, you can do the setting. Okay, you can do the setting. So if you see here, um, that favorite links and favorite script. So that is another thing. So once you can change this page to the change to the user. So this is the first user page, and you want to go in the control center page. The control center page is your home page. Okay, generally control center page, home page. So once you click this one, you will find the blank screen, and this right side the dashboard area, and that is the toolbar area, and then we have the page and a page header, and this is the text area where you can type and search. So last classes I was taking one account. So this account we have created. So if you see this account in my last class, and you can search by the account and name also. So if you want to search by name, you can search by name. I have given the demo name, so you can search by demo. So why it is come in one go? Because there is a unique name, and it's only one record is there similar. So this page is loaded. So yesterday I explained how to create person and an account. Okay. Today I was planning to explain you or team like one feature is there, account replicator. Okay, one feature is there, account replicator. Suppose
Okay.
you are the customer and you have the 5 flat. Okay, you have the 5 flat and you want to take the service. So system, the user, what they do, user means business person. What they do, they create one person, they create one account. Later if they want to replicate, the person is not replicated because this is a unique thing, but account can be replicated because CCB create the random new numbers. Okay, so account can be replicated. If you want to create only one, you can navigate from account, and you can go and add one account. You can go and you can add one account. So if you navigate from person, if you navigate from person, so from person I can go and add the account. Okay, so from person I can go and add the account. So this is the manual one by one. Okay, but
Okay.
if you want to create an 4 5, so no need to go add plus, add plus, add plus, and fill the information. What feature we can use? The replicator. Here if you want to go from the main menu, you can go from the main menu also, and from that whatever configuration part you can go from admin also. But if you want to search by here, you can search also. So account replicator. Okay, so you can see here in account replicator means it is a customer related information. So you can go to the customer and you can find here account replicator. Here you can find account person replicator. So why they are saying account? Because we replicate the account, not person. Slash means for the person. So that's why they are making more meaningful name with the account person replicator. So now you need to choose the first person on whom you want to replicate. I use my demo. Okay. I use my main person name demo. Okay. So
Okay.
this is my person and this having only one account. Now I want to do replicate. So how many want to replicate? Let's say two more. So currently it having only one account. I say two more, okay. And replicator type the account only. If you say the person, then you need to modify the person. Otherwise, your system will lose that consistency or what duplicacy. So replicate account only. If you click on replicate, you can click replicate. This is very important and examination question comes if you click on account replicator, so expected, what is the expected result? It will say you account will be replicated two times. Each account will have the main person from the demo only, and all account will have the main person demo only. Means demo will be the main person and it will added two more accounts. So this very important. You have to do these questions from the customer information question come from the practitioner level. Okay, so practitioner
Yeah.
level question come in examination. We have the two type of question: learner level and practitioner. Learner means theoretically question, whether you no need to do hands-ons. Okay, so you can through the whatever my business process document I am explaining, from that only
Okay.
you can tick mark the question. But some of the question come from the system configuration, advanced configuration, and then some of the hands-ons area. So that area question, until unless you not do, no one can put in any document. Okay, this kind of things will come with practice only. So that's why we need practice. So once you are okay with the result, you can save the document. Otherwise, no need to save the document. So once you save the document, now you go to this person and you will see this person will have the three account. This person will have the three account. So you can see here one was before and two I have added. So if you see here customer, if you click that on account, you will find here this person will have the, so this is the demo person, and now this demo person having the three account, but each account is empty because it is not in use. Okay, still not use happen. There is no any SA or premise or service point and others information, bill payment, nothing. Just we have understand how to replicate the account for any person. So this
Yeah.
account can be used to provide the services. So that is called the account on a replicator. Next, we have that, as I explained you, the V diagram, we have the left arm and the right arm, and in between we have the handshaking. Means that customer is doing the handshaking with the service provider. Okay, with the business service provider. So left side you have that demographical information. Okay, left side is called the person information and account information, and service point service agreement information, that is called the demographical. Right side we have that geographical, means related to your property and a premise and service point, and service point will have the meter and meter reading and field activity. So these are the information is on a right arm for that, and the geographical information and that demographical information, and both when merged, that is called the SASP link or handshaking. Okay, here just we learned how to create the person and how to create one account, and then we learn how to create the more account. Okay, so that
Okay.
left part is enough for the time being. Now we will go to the right type, and we will not directly jump to the service point, because for service point we required some property or premise or house or villa, anything we required where we want to install the meter. So first we will
Yeah.
create the premise. Okay, first we need to create the premise. So you can navigate from the premise, it is the customer information part. So that's why we no need to go in the billing area, rate area, metering area, and tool area. No need to go, because it is the part of the customer information. It is a part of the CRM area. So most of the 90% things will be solved here only. So they have just a group that process wise, so that easily can be maintained. So go to the premise. If you have existing premise, you can search, or otherwise you can create also. So you can go and create one premise. Once you say plus button, your screen will be open, and then it will be ready to capture your input. Okay, so this only portion got changes. The rest toolbar will be always static. and the dashboard area will be blank when you say the for new. When you upload any, when you search for any premise or account, that time when a dashboard area will be keep on updating. So this is the dynamic area, and that
Okay.
page will be your identification where you are existing, where in which page you are there. So this will keep on changing. Okay, out of four, your toolbar will be static, and that dashboard area will be keep on changing, and page header will keep on changing, and that text box will be keep on changing as per that. So very important is to whenever you create the premise, you have to be understand what is the use of the premise, whether it is the residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, villa, flat, or farmhouse. So they have some premise type. This premise type is not limited. You can create your own also. You can add more also. Okay, you can add more also. The any drop down option is the configurable part. You can add also. Okay, so if you want to choose from the existing one, let's say I'm using an uh, single family and a single family home. But if you want to create your own, you can go to the premise search, premise and the premise type. Okay, you can go to the premise type, and you see here these are the already in the demo version premise types are there: apartment and a street and a commercial. This. If you want to add your own, you can do the plus, and you can give some short key. Let's say and I put like a demo. Okay, and then I can put uh, for demo purpose. Okay, purpose. Okay, like that only. It's up to you. Whatever you business give you the code value and whatever they want to give the, so you can use. But if you see, if you come back to previous screen, so you can do the go back, and if you want to see how many pages you have traveled, so you can click on the history center page. So we have traveled from user, control center search, account replicator person. So you can directly jump to that page also. Okay, so whenever you navigated many pages, history will be here. Okay, but it's a limited, maybe like 5 to 10 and 10 up to 10, I think, and up to 10 it will show you the last browsing. Okay, but if you go one by one, so you can go. So if you go back here, you try to find here whatever demo we created, it is not showing you here, because configuration, whenever you do any configuration, whether it is a characteristic, whether it is the algorithm, whether it is the, okay, so value, so you have to be do the flush. Okay, we have to flush the system so that it will be appear. Okay, so what I will do for flush, and I have that on a one on a small things, and I have share with you just on a, you have to put here and after OUF and a flush dot all JSP. Okay, or you can just copy this one at last, and you can put this value, and you can paste this value. Okay, so okay, so premise type I'm starting only, right? So fine, so you can put this one and say here global flush request, and that is another thing. All info flushed out. Okay, all info flushed out. Go back to the
Okay.
previous, yeah, you can go back to the previous screen, and now you can find an to do the premise. Let's create premise, and premise if you see, so any if you do configuration, you have to be copy paste that on a link and paste it, or otherwise remove from CIS and .jsp, add here flush all, flush flush, see flush and flush all all .jsp. Okay, so you can put like that way also. Okay, so that way you can do. So let's come back to our screen. Okay, login page. Okay, now from main menu, you can go to the person. Okay, so from premise, you can see from the premise you can add that one. Okay, so now you see here. Now you will find a C for demo purpose. See, now it is coming
Yeah.
for the demo
Yeah.
purpose. So this is the one example. You can keep on practicing when any any configuration, and try to run that flush all, and you will be able to find in the list. So for demo you can use. Okay, so that this way we can find out. Let's say I use a single family, and okay, then they are asking the country, because this system is on a, they have an two CIs division. The one system can support to multiple. Suppose I implemented in in matlab ki, what we call Hyderabad, and I want to use the same in like an Andhra Pradesh also. So that system, same system can be used to multiple CI division, but we have to separate with the CI division, means customer information system. CI division means customer information system. So you can restrict the data. It's not like my data can see the other, but as a cost management or as a cost saving purpose, we can use the same system with the two different region of a customer. Okay, and that can be limited with the CI division, and you can limit the customer with the CI division and some kind of services so that other cannot see. Only that user who having that kind of groups, so you can create the groups, and that groups will have the application services. So, and that group you can assign to any user. So those user are manager or a director or many management. So that user can be assigned to them, so they can see the data. But as an agent or supervisor or low level and a head level, and we cannot provide the full information, so that data matlab ki security and safety concern. So you can use the same system. So based upon that country you can define. So let's say I use the United, and you provide the pin number, CI division. See, so each they are maintaining the two CI division, one California, one for OU. Okay, so
Okay.
they are maintaining. Let's say then you can provide any address you can provide. Okay, so you can provide the address, one line, two line, then city. Okay, so city and California you can provide, country and USA you can provide whatever information is there. Very important information is here in the miscellaneous. What I will do, I will not provide. Okay, I will try to save to get that error. I want to show you that error. Okay, so now you see what is saying, trained area field missing. So in CC&B, this is the base and a validation. Any premise should have the trend. Okay, that the concept of the train I will take in the billing also more detail, because why train required. Because when you do the estimation billing, when you do the, I will give some brief. When you do the estimation billing, okay, estimation means where you have not received any actual read. Okay, throughout the month you not receive the actual read. So what you will do, by the weekend or by the month end, you will do the month estimation billing. So when you do the estimation billing, it's system base and CCNB provide the three-step algorithm. Now you need to explore, and you need to read and understand, and find where is the algorithm, what is the purpose of algorithm, how it is work. So that your will be exercise. So I'm giving you a hint now, and that day I will give the more detail. So there is a three-step algorithm. Three-step algorithm means, suppose any customer don't have the read. Okay, if read is there, no problem, we can do the billing. If read is not there, so during the estimation, when you run the estimation batch with some configuration, I will show you. So it check your last year same month bill. Suppose I am in the October month. Okay, today October started, and then let's say after 2 3 days, and I want to run the estimation for weekly basis. Okay, so what happened? So when I so what happens? So for customer which is not billed, okay, unbilled customer, it will check what is this customer last year October bill. Okay, last year October bill. So previous year, same month, previous year, or previous year, same month. You can say like that. Previous year, same month. So last year, October 2022, I will see where this customer having the bill or not. If the bill is there, I will prorate that read. I will make the average of that one, and then I will generate the read, and I will make the billing for the October month, because generally your consumption depend upon the month only. Mostly our practice is like that only. Ki if you find an April month, so this is the holidays time, May June holidays time, but your school and that your office is and like that only you find ki October month, this month my bill was this much, so expecting the same bill and in the next year also, like that only. So yearly, that is the one concept. Then last year same month. If it is not found, then go to the step two. What is the step two? It check the same year previous month. Same year previous means I will check your November bill. I will check your November 2023. I will check your 2023 November bill. Sorry, not November, the September bill. Okay, because we are in October. So September
Okay.
bill I will check, and in September bill, if your bill find, I will do the average of that bill, whatever the consumption, how many days per day, what is the consumption. Then from last bill to current date, I can generate the bill for you. That is called the step two. Now, whenever step one, step two fail, suppose this is a new customer, and maybe that is a bill is not created any due to any reason. So it go in the trend area. Trend area means it check your flat is in which area, and what is the average consumption of that area. Okay, so we have the trend area and the trend class. Okay, trend area and trend class is there. So trend class means that is your residential, commercial, industrial, or okay, agricultural. So whatever your trend class, that is called the trend class. You can I will show you. So that is called the trend class. So first it will take what is your trend,
Okay.
like you are on a residential, commercial, industrial. What is your tariff? First condition is to check the trend in a class, and after trend class, so you, let's say I find you in the residential. Okay, I am planning for residential. So in the residential, again it will check the trend area. So residential means only one area will be not there, na? In your area many area will be there. So each area will have some kind of an like average value. Okay, so based upon what is your locality there, that will calculate that value, and how that value is stored there. We have one trend batch. We have one trend batch. Each month after closing, you will run the trend batch. So what it do, the trend batch, it will go and check for that area how many current month read is uploaded. From that it populate the table. It populate the table, and so that you're in a healthy and quality of read and up to date information is there. So each month, and after running the before running the billing, suppose I want to plan for October, so what I will do, I will run the trend batch. What the trend batch will do, whatever historical read is there, whatever in the throughout the month, okay, I agree ki your read was not uploaded, but the rest 95 97 was percentage was uploaded, na? So based upon that, what will happen, it will update your trend, so that whenever any account go in the trend base, okay, whenever any premise go in the trend, it will be validate the trend type, sorry, the trend area, and trend area and trend class. Okay, trend area and trend class. What is the trend class? Trend class means your tariff, residential, commercial, industrial. Or trend and area means in which area you are staying. So you have to configure in system area also, and that one. Okay, so this is a trend, and a trend area is required. This premise comes under the which trend area. Okay, and then the second thing, automatically algorithm check the trend class also. Only one configuration is required. So let's say I want to use in San Francisco, California. Okay, I use here. So trend area can be also added in the system. Okay, this is not limited to two. Uh, You can create based upon your area ki, that this area, that area. We have na like local area XYZ area. So you can create more here to get more accurate result. Once this value added, now your premise is created. Now your premise is created. This is the simplest way how to create the premise. Once your premise is created, on the top of that, we can create one service point. Why require the service point? Because whenever you wanna install the meter, so physically can be done at your home, but in system also we need dummy, like one kind of creation, so that system will functionally work inside. So we have to create one service point. Okay. So whenever you say the service point, so this is a service point. Now see, service point changes. Previously was premise, now I'm in the service point page. Okay, in service point page, very important is what is the service type. And say premise ad is already populated because I am traveling from premise. So whenever you travel from person to account, so your a person will be already stamped somewhere. Whenever you travel from premise to service point, on the service point, previous your information of premise ID will be stamped. Okay, so this is the premise ID is already stamped, right? Now I need the
Okay.
service type. So yeah, so now you need the service SP type. Generally premise type and service type should match. Okay, because service point will be one of the information for the metering team. Okay, metering team, so you have to be choose the same type. So let's say electricity related I want, and that is for an meter based. Okay, that I already explained the three concept: item, meter, on based. Okay, so item and generally what we call roadside street lights are there. So they have one many lamps are there, but we have one common and a meter for them. Okay, and badge means where you want to charge the flat. Suppose in some of the remote area I cannot provide the water because there is no any proper line, so I provide the water tanker. So I do the agreement with that customer, okay, I will give you supply the water through the water tanker, and monthly I will charge you, let's say in rupees, if we say the 2000, or maybe in the dollar, let's say in a $50 I will charge, or 150 I will charge. So that will be prorated billing will be happen. So that kind of there. So we will take the metering. Okay, so in metering, now in the metering, if you see what, if you choose, if you want to more on a, so SP type. So I am using the residential. So we will use the residential. Okay, so this service point should be matched with our premise type, so that any analysis can be done with the any pages. From the premise page also we can do analysis, from service point. Whenever you do the customization, make sure to do the customization to charge the business. Okay, give your more value to the product, because this is the demo version, they are not validating. So premise type and SA type should be matched. Okay, so that any mismatch should not value provided. So you can do the customization to match this SP type with the SA type. You can create one feature configuration or VLOOKUP. There you can define the SA and SP. Then you can do some validation. Otherwise, if you are on a cost budgeting or low budgeting product, you can like you can go through. Initially, service and a point will be the in service. Whenever you stop any service, you need to change with the abolish. Okay, abolish can be the two reason, either that a building is in a renovate, they want to demolish that building, so that you can do the abolish. Okay, that is the one thing. And abolish can be done also when that an area is in a, like in the house, and some of the area I got on a like the abolished, and the rest part I am using. So that can be also used. So you can say, whenever you are disconnecting, you can put the abolish or in service, in service. Whenever date you are installing, means creating this one, that date and a system date, and you can change this date also as per the requirement. Service point source is very important. Whenever you abolish the system, you can see here you need to change that disconnect also. So whenever you do any disconnection process, so on service point, whatever impact happen, you need to do it. Okay, either permanent disconnection or temporary disconnection. Temporary connection having some minimum changes, but permanent disconnection having the major changes, where your service will be abolished, and then is that is abolished, and then you can disconnect it. Okay, and then you can put it like that only. So this next is the location. So to give a meter reader more information, you can create the location, or you can choose the location from system also. It is also configuration part. Your meter is in the garage area, or left side the house, or right side the house, or gate area, or stair area, or you have the separate meter house. So you can, these are the demos there. You can add more also. How you can add more? You can go to the meter location, and then you can add that value, and you can do the plus on, and the value will be appear here. Okay, so that you can add. So let's say I use an garage. Okay, you can give any comment if you want to add the comment also. Very important is the service cycle. Service cycle is basically used in I will give more detail in the metering area, where we have the upload process and download process. Okay, so whenever you do the upload process, means read you are uploading. Whenever you the download process, download means something extracting from CC&B. So whenever your cycle start, we extract some of the information like customer name, account number, meter number, last read date, last read type, and some of the mobile number, phone number. So these are the information through some three batches are there, MSR or an MDS or MSDL. I will take in the metering because that is a detail area. So through that process, so for that process, we need the service cycle here. You will find here service cycle. So each will have some service cycle. Service cycle means suppose if you have only one service cycle, so you can extract the data in one go, and you can give it to the meter reader, and he will keep on bringing the read. But if you have the 4 meters weekly basis, okay, so what you will do, you will have some of the 50%, 25% data in service cycle 1, 25 in service cycle 2, 25 in service cycle 3, 25 in service cycle 4. Okay, now I want to target the first one. So I will extract the data based upon the parameter, the cycle one only, and that data I will give the target within week you need to finish this one. Then by the next weekend I will extract the cycle two, I will give to him, and I will target next 5 days. Then cycle three extract the data. You can do the weekly extraction also. Okay, you can do the weekly extraction also, and fortnightly also, twice also, monthly also, and you can do the daily basis also. How you manage the system, how the use how the business want. If say ki I need every day, and every day I will bring the read. Okay, so you can run this batch, schedule this batch in the night, 3 batches, and it more next day you will find one XML file or Excel file or DAT file. That is the customization part. How you want to see the output, that will be created, and that file will be given to the meter reader, and meter reader will upload that file in the HHU system. Any handheld device, they have some HHU system. You have seen in the they go in the site with some device. So that device will have the previous information, and when they will scan any meter, that previous information will be in a display, and they will add the read and save the button. Okay, then go to the next, scan, add the read, save, scan, add the read, save, scan, add the read, save. Like that only they do the, so that kind of can be done. Then we have, along with that service cycle, we have the route. Okay, so route, the concept is there ki suppose I am in some of the area. Okay, I'm in the church road. Okay, I'm in the church road. Okay, so let's say from church road I want to give on a this route on a route one, and side by church road one more road is there, and I want to cover that in cycle one only. So you can create the route. The route means it give the one meaningful information. It is not important also, but if you want to add, you can add the route also. So route also you can define. Each cycle can have the more route. Okay, each cycle can have one and more route also. So for that also you can, suppose I am a service cycle one, there is a 2 meter reader. Okay, for service cycle one there is a
Okay.
2 meter reader. The one service cycle I will put the route one, and next customer I will put in the route two. So whatever information from the monthly cycle one, route one, that will be go to the 1 meter reader. Monthly cycle day one, route two, that will be go to the second meter reader. So that way we can do the differentiate. Again, sub label one more is there, service cycle and route sequence. The route sequence means, again I can divide in that route, let's say 100 flat are there. I limited one on a meter reader to 50 only. Okay, so that route can be also divided. So one cycle can have the route means road. Okay, one area can have the multiple road, and then multiple road also can have the multiple sequence. Okay, like in a row one, row two, row three, like that only. So I enter in one area, and then it divided in the road left side, let's say road right side. I in the left side I have the more land one, land two, land three. So like that only you can do. Otherwise it's not important. You can extract the data and manually can be handled also. So you can do. So you can put it one, let's say put it zero something. So for that, this is the important information. Next, characteristics, if you want to store on a latitude, longitude, or any information, extra information, these are some landmark you want to add. So you can add in that on a characteristic value, which is not important. Important is very here we have that on a operational area. Very important is the operational area. If you miss this value, then you will be not able to create the field activity, because operational area means now the maintenance work comes, like who will install the meter. If you have only one location, so you can assign that only. If you have the 4 5 location based upon the geographical size, you can have the more field service class. So these are the like activity, which activity you want to work, and this activity will be assigned to dispatch group. So next important concept come, field service
Dispatch.
class will link to the dispatch group. The dispatch group can have the multiple based upon north region, south region, west region, central region, like you can commonly you can say. So that kind of dispatch group, and each dispatch group will link to the field service class. So you have to define here. So this is the meter related, I will use the meter. Okay, and this meter related I need to use the operational area, which area it belongs to. Okay, who will attend this call. Okay, let's say I put in the north area, I put in the north area. So what will happen whenever your field activity will be created, so that field activity will have this kind of information, so that this will be dispatch that out. This is the important thing. Once you save this one, your service point is created. Okay, so with this information, you can create the service point. So this is the right side and two objects and a service point, premise and service point. Okay. Next important thing is to learn about that meter and meter configuration and meter read. Okay, that is I will take little part because whenever we go in the metering section, we have the 6 hour to cover that one. So just I will give
Okay.
some idea. So so from service point, this is the service point created. One thing I want to add here, you can create any field activity. Field activity is created on service point. So from service point, you can create any field activity. So if you want to create one field activity for the, let's say example, field, what is the field activity? To do some maintenance work and to do some work like what can be the work? It can be the for meter reading. You want to bring the meter read ad hoc basis, or maybe any urgency basis, any issue basis, or any ad hoc basis you can say. So you can create the field activity, but generally field activity is created through the process only because it is not a one-to-one done generally. But if you need any customer come, I want to vacate the premise today. So I cannot wait and run the process. Okay, I created and I can send someone to bring the read and I can settle that guy. Okay, so you can create the field activity. The field activity is always created from the service point. If you click here plus sign, you will find here already told ki whenever you navigate from anything, previous will be capture, service point is already capture. Now you have the field activity type. So these are the field activity for the meter reading purpose, meter installation purpose, meter removal purpose, disconnection purpose, exchange process, meter test process, inspection process. So these are the field activities. Already demo is there, but you can create your own field activity also with some. Take the sample. Okay, you want to create for inspection. So related inspection you take and you can duplicate that and you can change the value. Okay, nothing is new and nothing. All are like they give so much of type you can use from the existing one also to create. Let's say I want to for the meter read. Okay, I want to take easiest way meter read. So I can choose the meter read. When you want to schedule, you want to schedule today only, you can do the schedule. Then this priority, this all thing, this is the dispatch. So this will be go in that service election, residential and north area. So this is for dispatch group. That's it. You can save the record. So that is the only important thing to create the field activity. You can see on the right side one field activity is created. On the top of that, and a field order is there. You can create the separate field order and you can attach here. Okay, you can attach field order. You create the separate. Go to field order plus create one dummy template. Okay, it is nothing required in that field order. Just an template only, and that take the ID and paste here. Then you create one more field activity ID. Take the ID and paste there. So what happens whenever you run the report? Whenever you do some programming, so that field order will have the two field activity, three field activity, four field activity, how many services you are providing. So based upon field order, you can print the report. Okay, so you no need to print one by one, or you can automate that with the report also, and then you can do the filtration also. So this is the way how you field activity created, and each field activity will have the steps. Very important. Each field activity will have the steps. So these steps will have the sequence either one or two or three. Okay, either one, two, three. So this sequence is important. Which field activity, how many steps required? Suppose I want to change the meter. So I will stop the meter. That is the one step. Then I will install the meter. That is the two step. So that way there will be the two sequence. But for taking the read, just we need the one sequence to whatever you read and you bring. You need to add the system and then you put the reference ID and save the button and complete that field activity. Okay. So this way you can complete the field activity and create the field activity. So the important thing is from service point and the type and based upon your configuration. If you take this mread field activity, meter read, meter and meter read and FA, okay, FI uh, field activity. Just say FIELD field, FIELD field activity. Okay, so if you see the field activity types, okay, if you go to the type, if you choose the here, if you know the if you want to see with the read, so related with read and we have that meter and meter read. Okay, So this is the how field activity is created. This is the configuration part. Okay, you can just duplicate and you can create the new. So field activity type is the what you want, what the business want, and the rest information can be same. And here it is for meter read. So you can add, and if you want to add some more line, so you can add the more line also. So when you will create the new field activity, only important is the steps. How many steps you require? It is for inspection. For inspection, you need the one step, whether it is accepted or rejected or applicable or not applicable. So this is the field activity page. Then we have the FA characteristics if you want some additional thing, or FA completion, and this is just this SP will be used on by default on this. These are the SP types. Okay, the field activity is important to the SP type. So you can add on which SP this field activity you want to display, because if you display all FA on the one SP, so it will be difficult to searching purpose. So you can limit to the SP type also, so that it can be say, reading can be used for these are the SP type. We can use the reading. So you can create that field activity. Let's go back to again, and then once you go to the steps, if you go to that in a field activity, if you go to the steps and you need to add the reference ID meter reading, I will explain to add in the next meeting area, so that let keep it this data, we will use this data. Okay, so once you are on a premise
Yeah.
created, service point created, and you are able to understand the field and activity also. Okay, next thing, for reading purpose, why I'm not on going ahead, because I need the meter and meter configuration, and then I will add the read, and that reference ID I will put here. Okay, that is the important thing. So next our topic is before we go, we have one more feature, that premise replicator. Okay, so you can replicate. Now I taken one person with one account and then replicated with two. Okay, so now
Yeah.
one premise, one service point, I will replicate with these two again, so that it will combination will keep on going. So you have the another feature of you have that on a premise replicator. Okay, so you can do from premise replicator. See, this is also customer information related, so you can do the premise replicator. Once you go to the premise replicator, you can what is the given the name, demo I think. Mm,
Demo.
yeah.
Which
Okay. 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 So if I okay, premise. Okay. If I go to the premise replicator. Okay. So premise replicator. I think that that was coming here from.
can't we search
I
in the
given the
present?
name. I given the demo name. I think. Let's go back. No problem.
Don't we have the regular search like demo star? Then it shows
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. 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 That can be also done. That can be also done. Okay. So this is the premise. Okay. I think some there is some problem with that one. So premise, okay. So this is the premise replicator. Okay. So if I go to service point, there is some issue coming. Okay. Okay, fine. That the premise replicator I will explain in different environment. Okay, no problems. I think
Okay.
there is
Okay.
some look some. Okay, so now we learn that premise and that service point. Now that important concept is for that meter. Okay, so if you see the meter right side, we have that second entity object, so meter. Okay, so from meter, if you go to the meter and go to the meter add here. Okay, so once you say meter add here, there is a very important concept, but here I will take some brief only. So each meter will have the badge number. Badge number means meter number. Okay, we should not confuse with the meter ID. Meter ID is the CC&B generated random number 10 digit, and this is the badge number is whenever any say, manufacturer provide you the meter, it having some kind of number is there. So this we can let's say use demo 1 2 3 I put, then this badge number I will get from the meter. Then each and a meter will have the meter type. Okay, what is the meter type? In my class, and I explained the single phase, three phase, CT and CTVT. Okay, these are the meter types we can use. Okay, so let's say for electricity, I use that simple one. This is also not limited. You can do the configuration more. Then status, by default it is active. If you want to replace the meter, that time we change as a retired and something like that. Then we have the important manufacturer. So this gives you the metering section, and which those who are metering user, they know the details of the meter, and they need to provide, let's say, from the GE. Then we have the model. So we have to model, we can use that model. Then we have the serial number. Generally serial number you can keep the blank, and this can be also similar to the meter number only. Okay, so this can be used, we can use as a meter number. Apart from this, there is no any important information, but characteristics you can use if you want some additional information. So once you say, your meter is created. Okay, your meter is created. So meter means just giving name to any child. Okay, but child when it is not like a role defined, matlab is like not in use, right? So once you hire an employee, and then after that we need to do the configuration. So each meter need to configuration means how it will be used. It will be used as a AMR meter or non AMR meter, or TUU meter or non TUU meter, or prepaid meter or postpaid meter. So these are the different based upon the usage size and the price type. Okay, when you talk about the pricing, we say as a like prepaid and non prepaid and postpaid. When we talk about the feature and size, AMR and non-AMR. When we talk about that, like time of use, so non-TU and TUU. Okay, so these are the there. So how to configure when you are on the main page, meter page, you can from meter you can navigate to the configuration add. Okay, so we can do the configuration, and since I am moving from the configuration, you will find that meter ID, and effective date can be the today date, very important. And let's not put in the any future date, otherwise we have to remember every time. So you can do everything in the present only, and you can in past also we can do. Then important is the meter configuration, how you want to use this meter. You want to use as a like AMR or non-AMR, okay, and TUU, non-TUU, okay. So that way, so once you choose the meter configuration type, that register value will be populated. So when your simple meter is there, okay, it will be only one register will be there. So let's say if I use the default electricity, so only one register come. If you choose here like AMR, if you want to use like time of use, if you see, if you use the time of use, see here what happened. If you see here, if you expand this one, this register increases. Okay, so I will take in more detail. Whenever you use that on a meter type based upon, because you are using the time of use. The time of use means you are going to collect the reading morning, evening, and weekend, weekdays, like that only. You are storing more value, so your configuration will be like that only. If you are for residential customer, generally we take only one read, monthly one read. Okay, so we will configure as a configuration so that only
Okay.
one. Yeah, so if you refresh this one, let me refresh this page. So okay, so now if you save this one, sorry, okay, so once you are chosen a like date and the type, and then you need to fill this in a register value. Okay, register value. Let me go back there, refresh that one, because that an extra value was showing. Configuration, after configuration give the date, and then you can choose here an electricity default, uh, this electricity simple. Okay, simple. Okay, simple having only one register. Now this is the second part. If you see in the backend also, so in the metering and this is the part of your uh, this is actually part of the metering only. So that is another story. But as a like an explanation part, we can just quickly finish, no problem. So sequence generally it is zero. We will give the one or ten. Okay, you can give one and ten, doesn't matter. If you're practicing with 10, you can put the 10. Then second important thing is ki unit of measure. We use only system support on a one only kilowatt hour, or you can do one time configuration watt or kilowatt or megawatt. Okay, so megawatt is too much high. Okay, and that kilowatt is and the kilowatt is मतलब कि watt is very low one. Okay, so we generally put kilowatt. So whenever any read come in the megawatt, so we can convert as the register constant is very important here. It should be always on a minimum with one. Okay, their multiplier factor. This is called multiplier factor. It should not be zero, because if you put zero here, whenever your bill will be generated, that time it will be multiply. It will make your bill zero. So it will be put as a one, and it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100,000 like that also. Let's say you are on a raw read. You are sending me the megawatt. You are sending in the megawatt, let's say 6 megawatt, but I am using here kilowatt. So here I can do a multiplier. I can use here 1,000. Okay, so whatever your 6 unit you are sending, it will show as a 6,000. Okay, so it will be converted in the megawatt to kilowatt. Okay, so you can provide with a 1,000 multiplier. You send me 6 only, I will use here 1,000 multiplier. So what will happen? It will be the reading will be show me for 6, not 6. You are sending me row read at a 6, but in system calculation time it will multiply by 1,000 and it will show you the 6,000 like that only. So by default, if you are on a vendor is sending kilowatt, make it always one only. Okay, but your vendor is sending in the another unit, you can adjust here. Okay, multiplier with the multiplier. Then time of use is very important. Since I use the simple one, so that's why no need to use here time of use coming here blank. Okay, see here it is showing as a blank because you are using the time of use like a simple only. You are not so it is using the non TU meter. But when it is blank, it is the non TU meter. Then we have the how to additive. Additive means your read will keep on adding. Okay, and subtractive means whenever you will subtract the two read and before final minus before, that will give you the consumption. So here it will be subtractive, here it will be additive. Full scale value means next your meter. If you bring the meter, you will find it is a 4-digit meter, 5-digit meter, 6-digit meter. So so you will put it as a 5-digit, let's say. Right side, whether you are considering the decimal or not. If you put here 0, you cannot upload the decimal value, it will fail. So that's why if you are getting any decimal value, you can truncate before upload. Or if you want to upload the decimal also, you have to configure like that only. Let's say decimal 2-digit. Okay, let's decimal 2-digit. Now 5-digit 9, 1 2 3 4 5, and then 2-digit 99. So this is called our full scale value. This is called the full scale. After reaching to 99,999, 99,990, sorry, 99,900, sorry, not like that, 99. So 9,000, 99,909. Okay. So if you, how many zero are there? Okay, 10,000. So 99,000, uh,
Wow.
99,999. Okay, 99,999. This is the pronoun. So once it is reached to that level, it will be rollback, and it will be system will able to handle that rollback. So you can save this button. You can save this one. Now your meter is configured. Okay, now your meter is configured with one shot only. Now you can add the read. So here only we can add the read from the meter configuration. You can go and add the read here. Okay, from the meter configuration you can go and add the read. Since it is the initial read, it is the starting read, so you can put on a 0, 1, 2, 3. Even you put 100, na, doesn't matter, because whenever next read will be come, let's say you put initial read as 100. Okay, then your next read come as a 200. So 200 minus 100 means your consumption will be 100 only. Let's say 500. So 500 minus 100, it will be like that only. If you put 0, so means final read minus previous, that will be consumption. The consumption means subtraction from previous read, not from 0. Okay. So you can put, for adding the read, very important, whatever information required, you need an like an meter read value, date, then the source. Source is very important because you are receiving the read from many sources, from customer, from meter reader, from another vendor, from another company, any service provider. You can, and for reporting purpose, is very important to define the meter source very nicely. Okay, this is the setup version. So you can let's say I received this from a meter reader Itron. This read, okay, these are the like in a meter installation company or maybe service provider my. Then read type. So whenever you have the source, that similar type of read source can be, read type can be also defined. So generally these read are defined under the verified or regular. Regular I will not use because you are not getting the monthly read. This is not a monthly read, so don't put it in the monthly. This is the verified read, okay, one time, and this is an received from the meter reader, okay, that can be put in the verified. The source and read type is very important. Then let's say he provided he started the meter with 5 read and 1 read or 0 read. No problem, we can start with the 0 read. So you can save this value, okay, you can save this value. Now very important, you will find this meter is just now we created, so that's why it is message saying this meter is not installed anywhere, correct. This is a good also. And this is the meter id reference number. This reference id you can copy and you can use for this field activity completion. You can go steps when you okay, this is an when you try to complete, you will find the error message because it is asking the mandatory value meter reader for purpose it is created. You can add that value and now you can complete this field activity. See, your field activity is main page come, your field activity is completed now. So with meter any that read can be used for the completion of the meter read, okay. With the same way, and what we learn on the account replicator and premise replicator, meter replicator can be used also. So same way we can replicate the meter while giving your meter id. We can replicate that meter also, okay. We can replicate with meter also. So you have that on a meter demo 1 2 3. So you can go and replicate meter, okay. Meter, you can go the okay, meter replicator. The meter will be find in that, and meter is already there. You can see here we have that meter replicator. Okay, item replicator, device, meter replicator. You can use that meter replicator, provide that badge number, and you can use this screen to duplicate that meter. So whatever you want to start with, and you want that was the demo, so you can start with 1, okay, and then you can put it on a serial number 1 2 3 is there. So you can put it on a and that on a okay, and then you how many start from, okay, 1, okay, and you can replicate 2 more. When you click the replicate, it will give you here hint. It will be created 1 2 3 1 and 1 2 3 2, okay. So you can adjust this one how you want, like, and 1 2 3 is the fixed value. You can put underscore, okay, underscore, and you can put here also underscore. Then you try to replicate here, you will find what is my basic, and then whatever underscore 1 underscore 2 underscore 3 underscore 4, like you can create how many you want. So this is the how you want to create. You can give here that value, and how you want to start and like start it. So this way you can replicate the meter. Once you are confident and comfortable with the naming, you can click the save button, okay. You can click the save button. Once you click the save button, your meter is replicated and configured. So whenever you do the meter configuration, it replicate the configuration also, but it don't replicate the reading. It don't replicate the reading. If you go to any meter, you will not find reading for this meter. If you go to that meter, if you go to that meter, if you go to that meter, see that meter. If you go to that meter, you will find the configuration. You will find the configuration. This is the configuration for that meter, new meter, which we created as a demo 1, okay. See, the underscore 1. But if you see the reading, you will not find the reading. So always remember, meter replicate with the meter, and meter configuration is only replicated, reading is not replicated, because reading you need to provide during the installation purpose. Okay, so with this way you have an learn that concept of that one. Then we have an okay, so then we have very easy things, and anytime any customer is calling to you, so you can create the customer contact. Okay, so if you go to that demo, okay, if you go to that demo, you can find now it is showing you three, because we created two more account. So if you choose any demo account, so if you want to, let's say, create any in a customer contact, so you can create the customer contact. What is the customer contact? Whenever customer call you for any complaint purpose or any inquiry purpose or any information purpose, we create the customer contact. Okay, we create the customer contact. This is generally through process created, and you whenever any bill created, so customer contact is created through process. Whenever any payment happen, customer contact created through some process. And then customer contact is in a dispatch through the service task. Then batch our run for the service task. It create the service task, and that service task is sent to the customer through the email and SMS batch. Okay, so you will run that hourly or daily basis email and SMS batch. Email SMS batch will take any service task created, and service task is created for any customer contact. So whenever any customer having the customer contact through the process and through manually, you can convert that service task. You can convert it the service task, and that service task means outbound message. Okay, outbound message. You can create the outbound message, and that outbound message can be sent to the customer for any payment or any bill or any kind of communication. Okay, any kind of communication. So that billing and payment and metering is still there to see. You can create the customer contact. So you can create the customer contact here. Go to customer contact, add. So you can create any customer contact. You can choose the like in a preferred method. Let's say an mobile number. Okay, person contact. Phone number is not there, I think. Okay, this person don't have the phone number. Let's say postal I put. Okay, okay, you can add the phone number, so it will be display here. Then contact and why he's trying to contact you, billing related. Okay, and under the billing related, what is that subtype, let's say a high bill complaint. Okay, high bill complaint he create. You can create this one, and this customer contact can be do the follow up, and this customer contact, and this, once this user problem is solved, you can close this one. Okay, so you can close this one. If you see from the back end in customer contact if you see that query I given you, customer CRM reports user or the customer CC. This is the CC is there. If you see that customer contact is created, so you can just take the ID, whatever customer contact created. You can pass that value where where CC underscore ID equal to V value. Okay, you can see that in a detail. So by default, whenever any customer contact is created, it is in the close status. When you want to make it on a follow-up purpose, so you can change CC. This is the CC created, and template batch, and customer contact is showing as a blank. Okay, if you want to make it as a follow-up purpose, you can make it as a check button. It will be in the open status. Now it is in open status. If you run that value, you will find that value is the CC status is showing as a 10. 10 is for open purpose. And the
Mhm.
CC status you can check in the configuration also. Okay. CC, you will find in that uh, lookup value. Lookup value. Okay. Customer contact customer contact. Okay. So customer contact or we can say uh, we have that this value is configured in the lookup value. Okay, lookup. Okay, let's see, check the lookup. In the lookup name, uh, that status something customer contact है ना. If I see contact, customer contact, customer, see customer contact flag, not this one, not this one, and not this also. Customer method, contact method, these are the configurable part. Okay, I think status, so status also CC status. Yeah. See, so CC status, they are saying by default it is open. Okay. By default it is closed. Whenever you create it, automatically in the closed status. But if you want to for purposely to show it is the open status, so you can make it here in the open status, and that open status is that value is that 10. So from backend, if you run the select start from CC, and you can see how many status are in the 10 status, you can prepare the report and you can do the follow up also. Okay, or if you don't at the same time, if the matter is closed, so you can uncheck this one, so that way it is the in the closed status. But they are not showing because it is not configured. Okay, it is not configured, that's why it is not showing in a. For the close they are not maintaining, means open and close. So for the open status is 10, for close is the by default it is closed. So you have one important thing, lookup table. Okay, you have very important thing, the lookup table. In the lookup table how many configuration is done, and one more is there, extendable lookup table. Here also configuration is done. One more is the feature configuration also. So these are the like an lookup, extendable lookup, and the feature configuration. These three area you need to explore. Okay, you need to explore and check whatever the in the demo configuration is there, and where it is used, how it is looked, how it is done. And apart from this, very important is the characteristics. Okay, characteristics and characteristics. Okay, so on a characteristics type, any characteristics type, if you want to create, it's already there in the here. And if you want to create new, you can create new also. One I explain in the nationality. Okay, I was created on the nation, and with the nation I given that this is the predefined value, so that user can choose from the list. Okay, if you don't want to predefine, you can change it to the free text also. User can type also, and each characteristics will have the characteristics entity where you want to use. So these characteristics will be available on the person page. If you change this value to account, so this characteristics will be available on the account page. Okay, so like that only, whenever you create the characteristics value, it will be important thing is uh, what is the type. Okay, it is a predefined or matlab ki normal only without value. Okay, you can allow the free text. Ad hoc don't use, and file and foreign key don't use. These three leave it, the first and last. If you want to make it blank, so you can, that characteristics created, you can use the free text there on that. Okay, if you want to give the predefined value, you can do the predefined value. So you can add here the whatever option you want to choose from the option. So whenever you do the predefined, the value can be choose by the user. Whenever you want to just add the characteristics to store extra information, so that time you can make it free text only. Okay, so if you go to that person, that person, you will find here in the characteristics, so you can use here nation is there, nationality. Now see, because it was a predefined, so that's why my search option is coming. Okay, if you remove the predefined, then you can freely type. So if you use the another one, let's say short comment, okay, now here you don't have the search value, so you can add your own free text value. You can add, if this customer is very VIP customer, whatever you information about to. So sometimes you required from the predefined, that is the mostly, and sometimes you give the free text. Because why we don't give the free text, na? User doesn't know the spelling, make the lowercase, uppercase, shortcut, and you will be not find unique information. Okay, if tomorrow I want to see how many are an Indian and how many are expat person. Okay, so what happened, or how many American person, or how many local, how many expat person. Okay, from which country, like you are defining more country there. Okay, so you want to see how many are Indian there, how many are US people there, how many like other like from what's say let's say from UAE there, how many are from Asian country, Malaysia there. So so that kind of an analysis you can do. So that's why we don't allow the for like free text value, because Singapore, if you want to write, and many will do the spelling mistake. Okay, 50% do the spelling mistake. Then 50% will make a first letter capital, maybe first letter small, maybe full capital, maybe full lower. So this will create your reporting and filtration, and that kind of more option will visible. Okay, for you, if you go in the report, Singapore is spelling wrong, so one option will visible. Capital is showing, one option will visible. And the uniquely, if you want to do, we prefer the predefined value. But if you want some short and a comment to store somewhere, and that comment cannot be the unique, right? That comment cannot be unique, so that can be store also in the system. So you have to define the characteristic value like that only. Okay, these are the things, and apart from this, and that we have that and report and reports, and if you why I'm taking here just to summarize this on a CRM area. So in the tools area, we find the report submission. Okay, we have that on a report submission, so we can uh, report on a report submission. So this is the report submission where you can submit any report. Okay, you can submit any report, and we have the in the tool itself, we have that on a batch and a submission. You can submit any batch. So this I will submit the batch and in my meeting section when we will upload the read. Okay, when we will run the MUP1, MUP2, when we will run the to do on a bit segment in error, to do on a meter read upload in error. So that batch, but at this stage you should know where it is available in the tool. Report and this yesterday also explained, report and batch are available in the tool area, which is very important, and we frequently use this area. Okay, report and that one. Then on the top of that, on a CRM area, in CRM area we have you can do the practice for the case, running the any case. Okay, running any cases. Suppose I have one account, he raised one high bill complaint. I can execute the case. So use the person and go to that on a case, and you can add the case. Okay, you can add the case here. You can add the case. So these are the existing case in the system. If you see that on a case, these are the existing in a case in the system. Okay, they have given sample and these are the case created. But if you want to see the how many types are there, you can run this one. So they have a sample, and they have given the five cases. So this is, if you want to see any in a system, you can run this query. How many cases are there? How many cases are executed? You can see that another one. So these are the case ID created, and these are the different cases are used. Out of five only, they have used repeated time. And status you can see what are the opens are there, close are there. Okay, and what is the status of the case is there. Status means phase. Let's say I want to run one case for high bill complaint, so means customer call me, then I will do the investigation, then I will call the customer, then I will after satisfaction I will close the case. So these are the status, and these are the case type. High bill complaint, as I told you, these are the case type. If you see here, so these are the five case type. These cases are used repeatedly. These cases are used repeatedly. Okay, and these are the status and whatever the basic information you can see over here. Okay, we have that log value, how the case go step by step. You can choose any case. Let's say if I take any case. Okay, if I take any case ID, if I take any case ID, where case ID equal to, you can case underscore ID equal to, you see here case underscore ID equal to is that. So this case is from case created, change status. So these are the like sample test sample. So one case we will do one practice. Okay, I will choose
Okay.
the case type. I will choose the case type. Okay, let's say high bill complaint. Okay, once you choose the case, automatically some of the value got populated. Okay, because premise is not created and premise is not required, or you can use the existing customer also. Okay, you can use, no need to use this demo. We can use the existing any customer. Okay, we can use any existing customer. uh, let's say use any account. Okay, you can use any existing customer because that is not completely set up done. So I can use that information and I can change to the account and I can change to this one. Okay, you can search this one. So for this is the मतलब healthy account we can use for executing for that one case. Suppose this customer call for you can use go to the case add. You can add the case add and you can use high bill complaint. See now person account and premise also populated. Okay, then you can choose the preferred method. Okay, let's say person contact phone number is not there. Okay, so you can use that postal value. Okay, postal value. Then you can simply submit this one. Okay, once you submit this one, now if you see this case ID, so one new case is created, and you can see here that one case is created. One case is created. Okay, so this is the high bill case is created. When you create many, you can prepare the report also. After case created and case is created. Okay, I want to move the next steps. Let's say start investigation. So I checked, I click on status, but I will do the offline and whatever the bill calculation. Okay, now if you run this one again, that
Okay.
log one, yeah, once you log that one, so it will give you the two line because one case created, it changes the status. It changes the status logged, and then it is going the primary investigation. Next, whatever the next status you want to resolve and reject, let's say resolve. Once you click in the resolve, your case is resolved. And now if you see your this go in the phase 3. The case was created, status change. Now this case is resolved and this case is resolved. So a case is resolved and you can see it is disabled. Okay. Now if you see here in the log, you can see the same thing here. Case created, change to investigation, case resolved. So this is the basic. They have three steps only, but you can add more steps also. We have the case life cycle. We have that the uh, case type. Okay, if you go to the case type, you go to the case type, and if you search the same case type and I will complain. So this case type, this is the configuration page where you can duplicate and add some more steps in that. Okay, so this is the life cycle. So this is logged investigation, either resolve, either reject or either cancel. Whenever you reject, you have to give the like reason, and whenever you are canceling, you have to provide the reason. So these are the basic steps. You can add more steps also. You can add more steps also. So whenever you are creating the case, give the case name, give your description. First you plan the flow. First you plan the flow. Make one on notebook, make one flow. Suppose I want to for high bill complaint like that only you plan for any like an inspection. Okay, create one case flow for the inspection. So that will be the case type inspection. Give the case for inspection. Then you can just duplicate and then you can change the steps. Okay, you can change the steps here. You want to say and submit the like an select the account, then you go to the next step and choose the inspection type, then it's inspection remark, inspection cancel close or whatever. So you can duplicate and you can add your steps, you can delete your steps. Okay, and whatever characteristics value you want to store, you can add it here. Okay, and whatever mandatory, you can make it mandatory also. So you are trying to add the bill value, bill id, but you are not making mandatory. That's why case is not stop for me. Okay, if you make it mandatory, whenever you click the resolve button, it will ask you what you resolve, which will you was the resolved bill. So that value you need to provide, but in demo they have not doing that kind of mandatory, so you can make it mandatory. So this is the case main page. Whenever you do the duplicate, you can duplicate it. Okay, after duplication, whatever characteristics you want to add, you can create and add here, and you can make it mandatory. And then life cycle you can design here by adding, deleting. If you want to add one more and do plus here. Okay, and you can add the status, add the detail here. Okay, add the detail here and you can fill that one. So whatever you have the existing one, you can see whenever you do the log. So you have the status log, sequence 10, intermediate stage, and whatever you want to entering process, create new bill, complete bill. Then you go to the next status. Then you go to the next step, next step. So try duplicate and try to modify. Try duplicate, try to modify. Then you show me. Then you discuss me. So that will be help. And because this is not limited to 2 hour as 4 hour and 6 hour. I will tell you this is limited how much you are exploring, how much you are getting. That I will give you some like map, roadmap, and then you can now you know that customer contact. Now you play with the customer contact, create new customer contact. Then you know the case management. So you back end you know, front end you know, configuration you know. So you practice with the existing data, then you create your own, and then validate from the back end how I can generate the report. So this way, if you give the full day, this case management itself is the full day things. Okay, but as a like professionally and high skilled that cannot be go for 6 month and 1 year and 2 year course like that only. But really to come up that level, you need 6 to 1 year, like 1 year like that only. Okay, so this way this is introduce that value and a case area. Then reports area was one of the area. In that area we will keep on update, keep on update in the report also. Okay, so when you see that report, then we have one audit. I will take there later. Okay, yeah, then we have that user. If you see run that query, you will find that user. So these are the user available, and these are the details are there. So if you see my user, so this I am logging with the system user. And if you go to that preferences, so you can see that this is the user first name, last name, and the default language. This is the see here I was trying to show. Whenever this user will log in, he will find that user page. See, it is showing as a user page. So this user page can be changed in the login. Okay, so this user page you can change with the login. What page you want after login, you can put it here as a control center. Let's say put in a control. Okay, so you can use from the control center. You can use as a control center. So whenever I will log in, you have changed the value to home page because honor or do not match the system. Okay, okay. Anyway, just try to change here. So this is the home page. What you are by default it is set it to the user plus. Okay, so whenever I will log in, I will come to the user page. Okay, I will come to the user page. Whenever you are whenever you go to the control information, and whenever I will log in this system, so I will find the user page only. Okay, I will find the user page only. So that's what was the mm, there in the preferences. Here you can set the home page. Okay, whatever home page you want, because some framework user something there it's not allowing me. So you can change the framework, or you can change. Or let me change for other user. Okay, let me change for other user. Mm, if you see the user, okay, if you see that other user, okay, let me check some tester. Okay, so they have the see this customer having the control center page, this having the control center page. Okay, this person having the already. So when this user will be login, he will find the control center page. Okay, he will find the control center page.
Uh,
For him it is
Okay.
already there. Okay, yeah, so this is the place where you can change. So for me it was an like for me it was that an user page. So that's why it was showing as a user page was. But this person control center search page it will show for him. Okay, so let me try to change for this one, because this is that demo setup now. So something they but concept wise we can understand. Okay, so you can practice. If you are not coming, you can share the screen so that I can help you more like control center. Okay, I use control center. Yeah, for him and for other user I can change, because my is the framework user. Okay, So that cannot be changed. So I'm the admin, so I can change to the other. So when this user will log in, he will find the control center page. So this way you can manage the home page. See, it is the home page. How after login, how you which page you want to see. It's if you want to see person page, account page, premise page, service point page. So generally we put as a control center page, but you have an here option also to come in the control center page, right? So this is the one thing, and then user management and can be done. So if you want to expire any user, so don't delete the user. You can put the here expiry date. Okay, you can put it as a like 20. So this user cannot able to log in the system. So you can expire the user. Okay, so that history will be maintained, and then you can if you can expire the user with this one. Okay, that user will have that to do role. Whatever to do role is how many to do he can receive, it will be assigned to user at this level. Okay, this is the important thing. If any user is not able to see the to do, so that means he is missing in the role. Okay, so in user, go to the role, you can add the to do. So if you see my user, if you see my user, I have that these are the to do role, and I can go main menu and to do, I can see the summary here. So whatever to do is defined there, it can be seen here. Okay, it can be seen here. If I delete anyone from that list, I cannot see here. Billing flag analysis. Okay, billing flag analysis, let me remove that related billing flag analysis. Okay. Mm, approval billing. So you can just simply we can these are the list there. From the list, if you don't want and if user come why I can see this bill segment in error. Okay, so that bill segment in error is given to your role. If you remove from that role, it will be not visible to him, because this is a system user and it having the all on to do's. That's why it is coming here. More detail in the to do we will learn in the metering area, because it is again very exploring that and how to we need to create and we need to understand. Just to understand that to do summary, and you can go and see, and that to do summary is basically from your a user page only, where that role is defined here. Okay, so there is a role is there. Okay, so these are the bill segment in error you will find here. Mm, to do role. Okay, so meter read in error. Okay, meter read in error. So if you meter reads in error, okay, batch in error, bill segment in error, bills in error. Okay, so these are the all to do defined, so that can be managed there. Okay,